Trusteer is a Boston-based computer security division of IBM, responsible for a suite of security software. Founded in Israel in 2006, Trusteer was acquired in September 2013 by IBM for $1 billion. Trusteer, a unregistered trademark S portfolio of products, aims to block online threats from malware and phishing attacks, and to support regulatory compliance requirements. Trusteer, a unregistered trademark S malware research team, aims to analyze information received from the installed base of 30 million user endpoints and hundreds of organizations. Trusteer has a presence in North America, South America, Europe, Africa, Japan and China. Products: Trusteer's products aim to prevent incidents at the point of attack while investigating their source to mitigate future attacks. In addition, Trusteer allows organizations to receive immediate alerts, and to report whenever a new threat is launched against them or their customers. Trusteer Rapport Trusteer Rapport is security software advertised as an additional layer of security to antivirus software. It is designed to protect confidential data, such as account credentials, from being stolen by malicious software and via phishing. To achieve this goal, the software includes anti-phishing measures to protect against misdirection and attempts to prevent malicious screen scraping. It attempts to protect users against the following forms of attacks: man in the browser, man in the middle, session hijacking and screen capturing. On installation, Rapport also tries to remove existing financial malware from end-user machines and to prevent future infection. Trusteer Rapport is advertised to be compatible with Microsoft Windows and Mac OS X and can be downloaded free of charge. Financial institutions offer the software free of charge with a view to making online banking safer for customers. Various financial institutions are currently distributing the software to their customers via Internet banking services. Banks promoting the software include Bank of America, Socia Copyright TA Copyright GA Copyright NA Copyright Rail, Indirect, HSBC, NatWest, the Royal Bank of Scotland, CIBC, Ulster Bank, First Direct, Santander, Standard Bank of South Africa, Scotiabank BMO, Banco de Chile, the Cooperative Bank, Guarantee Trust Bank, Ecobank Davivienda and First Republic Bank. The software is advertised as being compatible with various browser programs. The EULA allows IBM to only take files related to malicious malware from the device that it is installed on. The relevant section in the EULA is as follows: in addition, you authorize personnel of IBM, as your sponsoring enterprise's data processor, to use the program remotely to collect any files or other information from your computer that IBM's security experts suspect may be related to malware or other malicious activity, or that may be associated with general program malfunction. IBM does not use the program to target collection of your personal information. Some consider this a violation of security and privacy. Trusteer Pinpoint Trusteer Pinpoint is a web-based service that allows financial institutions to detect and mitigate malware, phishing and account takeover attacks without installing any software on endpoint devices. It allows companies concerned about online fraud or data theft to scan their web traffic to ensure that an outside laptop or desktop that is brought into a corporate network is not infected with malware before allowing the visitor access to their web services. Trusteer Pinpoint combines device fingerprinting, proxy detection and malware infection detection. When a user infected with malware accesses an online banking site protected by Trusteer Pinpoint malware detection, it identifies the infection and malware type, alerts the bank and flags the user or unregistered trademark S credentials as compromised. Once notified, banks can immediately contact the end user to have them install Trusteer Rapport, which will remove the malware. Trusteer Pinpoint account takeover detection also fingerprints the device and checks for the use of proxies. Trusteer Mobile Fraud Risk Prevention Mobile Risk Engine aims to protect organizations against mobile and PC-to-mobile attacks. The product tries to detect and stops account takeover from mobile devices by identifying criminal access attempts. It also tries to identify devices that are vulnerable to compromise by malware and those that have been infected. Trusteer Mobile Risk Engine is a web-based service that includes the Trusteer Mobile SDK, Trusteer Mobile App, Trusteer Mobile Out-of-Band Authentication, and Mobile Risk API. The combination of Mobile Risk Engine and its client-side components provide device fingerprinting for mobile devices, account takeover prevention from mobile devices, detection of compromised mobile devices, and access to a global fraudster database. Trusteer Apex Trusteer Apex is an automated solution that tries to prevent exploits and malware from compromising the endpoints and extracting information. Apex has 3 layers of security: exploit prevention, data exfiltration prevention and credentials protection. Apex protects employee credentials from phishing attacks by validating that employees are submitting their credentials only to authorized enterprise web application login URLs. Apex also prevents corporate employees from reusing their corporate credentials to access non-corporate, public applications like PayPal, eBay, Facebook or Twitter. Apex requires users to provide different credentials for such applications, to lower the risk of credentials exposure. Trusteer Apex is targeted at the behaviors of a small group of applications, on the hypothesis that they are responsible for the overwhelming majority of exploits, namely Java, Adobe unregistered trademark S-Reader and Flash, and Microsoft unregistered trademark S-Office. The technology behind Trusteer Apex does not rely on threat signatures, or on so-called whitelists of good applications. Instead, it watches applications as they run and spots suspicious or malicious behavior, based on knowledge of normal application behavior that it has refined from its large user base. Trusteer claims Apex can block both web-based attacks that are used to implant malware by exploiting vulnerable applications, and data loss due to malware infections by spotting attempts by untrusted applications or processes to send data outside an organization or connect with Internet-based command and control networks. Technical concerns: end users have reported problems with rapport, slow PCs due to high CPU and RAM utilization, incompatibility with various security antivirus products and difficulty in removing the software. However, more recently system slowdown reports have significantly reduced, indicating that this was perhaps primarily an issue with older, less powerful machines. Rapport offers system utilization health checks, simplifying the identification of issues by the end user. In a presentation given at 44Con in September 2011, bypassing Trusteer Rapport's keylogger protection was shown to be relatively trivial. Shortly thereafter, Trusteer confirmed that the flaw was corrected and said that even if a hacker were able to use the flaw to disable anti-keylogging functions in Rapport, other secondary security protection technologies would still be in play. Malware source code analysis identifies that fraudsters continue to attempt to interrupt the installation of Rapport, suggesting that it is perhaps a tool that if present impairs their ability to defraud end users. Rapport software is incompatible with Windows Tool Driver Verifier and may cause blue screen and system crash. Since Driver Verifier is not intended for end users in a production environment or workstations, Trusteer Support recommends that end users do not run Driver Verifier with Trusteer Endpoint Protection installed. Many users of Apple OS X have reported problems with Rapport in Apple support forums. Despite attempts by Trusteer to improve the OS X version, many experienced Apple users continue to maintain that it is detrimental to the operation of their machines. Blue Gem lawsuit: in March 2011, Blue Gem, a rival company, filed a lawsuit against Trusteer in a California court. Blue Gem accused Trusteer of plagiarizing their code in order to maintain compatibility between anti-keystroke logging software types of Intel chipset that were first introduced back in 2007. Trusteer has denied the accusations and the case was subsequently dismissed by the United States Federal Court for being frivolous. See also, Trusteer. References. External links: official website, Frost & Sullivan report, Reuters article, BBC article, Bank's secure browser solution defends against online fraud.